Hi. So I needed to record this for a client and I decided to just share it with everyone. I have never been a person that's been able to follow a calendar, a planner, a bullet journal, a list. I just remember like this kind of feeling of despair. And I remember exactly where I was standing in my bedroom. It was right over there. And I just was so upset and thinking, if I could just do what I said I was going to do, then everything in life would be better. And that is so true. Because now I'm a person that does what they say they're going to do, and everything in life is better. And I'm going to tell you the secret. So you plan a calendar, and I'm going to take you through this process of planning this one and how this works exactly. But you make a plan, and then it gets uncomfortable because you get to that thing. For one thing, it took so long to plan, right? Now with this process, it's going to take a long time to plan it the first time. After that, it's not going to take you long at all. And it takes a long time to plan, and then you get uncomfortable. That's at least what happened to me, because you're doing something new, or because you got to the thing that you planned and you really don't want to do it, or you fail and you don't look at the calendar, or you don't do what you said you were going to do on the calendar, or you don't do what you said you were going to do on the list. And all these things feel terrible. And what our brain thinks that they mean is stop. Stop what you're doing. This is not making me comfortable. Stop it. But what you really need to do at that point is try again. And I know that sounds contrite and it sounds so easy, but for real, when you fail, when it all goes wrong, when it doesn't go as planned, you try again. And I want you to give this process 90 days. Sounds like a long time, right? But it's going to be 90 days of falling down and getting up again, falling down and getting up again. And what I want you to do is count your wins. What did you do that you said you were going to do on the calendar? Now, yes, is it hard to look at a calendar? Absolutely. You're going to forget. I completely recommend you do a Google Calendar on your phone. You've always got your phone with you. Just do it that way. It's the simplest way. I know, I hear you. You like your paper. You have the perfect planner that you bought. I know. But just do a Google Calendar. Trust me. It's so much easier as far as like setting it up the next week too, because most things in our life just reoccur. So do a Google Calendar on your phone. You are going to have to constantly remind yourself to look at the phone. And you're going to forget and you're going to fail, and that's okay. You're going to keep trying. You're going to have to be aware of the time. Ooh, that's a hard one for us, right? Time awareness. We have time blindness. But it doesn't mean you can't learn, okay? What we have is a lack of executive function skills in certain areas, and we can strengthen those skills. And so I can tell you, I started this process, I would say 3-4 months ago, and I am now to the point where I can do it no problem. And I am not always aware what time it is, but I am always aware what's on my calendar. That's kind of a weird distinction. I may not realize that I'm going to go and feed the animals at 6:30, but I know that that's next on my calendar. And I know when it almost sounds like a conundrum, but really it gets that way. Okay, so what I just want you to know from the start is, yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's possible and you can do it. It just takes practice and practice and practice. And you have lived with ADHD your whole life. You know that you have to take more time. I was trying to think of how to say that exactly. I think every time I say, I feel like everything in life is 10 times harder, everybody shakes their head yes in unison. They feel it too. So when you're learning a new skill, a lot of times it feels like you have to try 10 times harder. Expect that with this. You're going to have to remember to look at the time. You're going to have to remember to look at your calendar. You're going to have to do the things on the calendar when they come. So let me just tell you the process. I don't want this video to be too long. I just want right up front for you to understand it's not going to feel good at first. And then once you get it, it's amazing because you are finally a person that always does what they say they're going to do. And there is nothing better than that. For your own integrity, for your relationships with other people, for you being able to accomplish things in life, it's just amazing. So here's what you do. You sit down. The program is called Monday Hour 1. And you sit down with a sheet of paper and you write down everything you need to do for the week, or it could be for the month. If there's something you know that far ahead of time, great. Sometimes we don't know things that far ahead of time. Just do the best you can. And so we're going to write everything down, and then we're going to say, what else? We're going to write down what commitments we have, what things we want to get done, what projects we have, what just has to be done on a daily basis. One thing that I really learned as I was learning this calendar is routine is key. But we're going to do a separate video on routines. Yes, that's coming. All right, video coming on routines. But write everything down on the piece of paper. If you filled up the whole piece of paper, don't panic. Like, you are making this calendar. You are in charge. If that paper is full, you don't have to do it all. There's not much in life we have to do. It's what you get to do and what you want to do. And that's a very, very distinct change in thinking that I want you to think about. What do you get to do and what do you want to do? Now, you get to feed or cook dinner for your family so that your kids have food. You see the distinction? Instead of I have to cook dinner. So don't get in a panic if the paper's full. You are in charge of your calendar. Okay? And then you're going to start plugging these things into the calendar. But what you're going to do first is you're going to break down, and I know that this is challenging. You can sit down with a partner. You can body double with a friend, but break those things down. If it's a big project, you have to break it down. You can do this with a coach. That's exactly what I do with people. And you're going to plug these things into the calendar. And it's going to take quite a bit of time the first time you do it. Now, some things are going to be on repeat. You're maybe not going to be so sure how long something takes. Maybe you don't know how long it takes to do the dishes. Guess. If you're wrong, you'll adjust it on your calendar. It's not a big deal. Maybe you don't know how long it takes to do laundry. Guess. If you're wrong, you can adjust it. It's okay. Now, when you get all your stuff on your calendar and you get through your first day and a lot of stuff was wrong, it's okay. Just adjust and keep moving. You've got this. And with Google, what I really like is you can put something up and you can go to more options. You can add a title here. So you can call it whatever you'd like. You can put notification reminders. You can put it in different colors. You can put attachments and descriptions. Does it repeat? Is it a weekly thing? Is it a daily thing? Is it a monthly thing? You can do it in different time zones. Sometimes that's really great for scheduling coaching calls with people in different areas. But the green you'll see here on my calendar is a routine, evening routine, morning routine. And the purple here is like my work routine at my gym. And so, yeah, I found I had to change my calendar quite a bit. I found that things came up. Some stuff worked, some stuff didn't work. But what I want you to promise is you've planned something on your calendar, and do not exhaust yourself. That's another good point. Plan in free time and relaxation first, and then put in everything else. And if your calendar is too full, it's just like a budget. If you're afraid to do a budget because you may find out that you're spending more money than you have a problem. If you're afraid to put everything down on a calendar because you
are afraid that you're overcommitted, then you have a problem that you need to address, and that's okay. That's what it's for. It's part of the fun of it. But what I want you to promise is when you get up to something and it is time to do it, you do not get to push it off because you don't want to do it. You can push it off if something came up, an emergency, something like that, and you had to, or something out of your control, but you cannot push it because you don't want to do it. Those are the rules, okay? So this is a very simplified version. I hope this makes sense. If you have questions, let me know. I didn't want to make this video too long, but what you're going to do is do this on a weekly basis. And we'll do another video about decisions in regards to calendaring too. So we had decisions and we had routines. And those will be short videos, but in regards to your calendar, I don't want you fiddling with it all week. Like, set it and forget it, unless it's making adjustments because things took more time or less time. Now, you will take as much time as you give yourself. So do not give yourself an hour to do the dishes if it does not take an hour to do the dishes, because it will take an hour to do the dishes. Don't give yourself too much time. I found that a lot with my calendar, that I would give myself too much time for things, and then I had little time to do other things that I wanted to do. So ADHDers can follow a calendar, I promise. Is it hard at first? I promise you it is not always hard. It is going to be hard like the first 3 months. It really is. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be difficult, but it will be worth it, because this is how you end up being the person that's on time, the person that gets it done, the person that does what she says she's going to do. This is how it happens. And so give it a try. Let me know what happens. If you have questions, comment below. If you would like to join our Facebook community and talk about it there, you're absolutely welcome. I will put the link in the description. But yeah, calendaring for ADHD, it's possible, I promise.